Much experience is the crown of old men, and the fear of the Most High is their glory.
Right, so the old man got the experience, the young man ain't got it, so he want to get that, so they got to humble themselves and resist the proud, and the Lord will exalt them in due time, and watch out for the devil, which is the white man, who was going to bring all these traits upon y'all. Which y'all fell for him, we broke out of that shit. Okay, where we at? Boom, boom.
Yeah, read page 8 and 9. I'm finna finish page 8 and then read page 9. Okay, it says, now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action. But before that, I shall assure you that distrust is stronger than trust, and envy is stronger than adulation, respect, or admiration. The black slaves, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget you must pitch the old black male versus the young black, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves versus the dark-skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male, and the male versus the female. You must also have your white servants and overseers distrust all blacks. But it's necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. They must love, respect, and trust us only.
See that? They must love and trust us only. So the first one I know I got to do is that never trust out enemy. That's Ecclesiastes 12. We'll do that at the top. That's what that's supposed to win.
Yeah.
You want to write it in?
Yeah.
This what is it?
Ecclesiastes
12 and 10.
Yeah, 12, 10, 18.
Yeah. Okay. Ecclesiastes 12 and 10. This is what the scripture say. Never trust thou enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. Meaning you see all his phoniness. And thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. Set him not by thee, lest when ye have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, right, my best friend, lest he seek to take thy seat. Right, so that's why you niggas and you Israelites lose y'all jobs to these other nations. That's what the fuck y'all get. And thou at the last remember my word, and be pricked therewith. Right, meaning understand this, motherfucker. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such? Well, let me jump down. This Ecclesiasticus 12 and 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines how to throw thee into a pit, which is the system. American system is a pit. That's why the judge sit on the bench. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. That means they want your kids and your goods and everything. If adversaries come unto thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. So that's what these other nations doing, and that's the law of what we supposed to know as Israelites. And that's why this world have a one-up on us, and the Willie Lynch knew exactly what he was saying, because the scripture always speak opposite. So this man do got a foolproof plan, because he know who you is. He inside. Okay, what's the next one? What's the other one on the top? This one, Isaiah
42 and 24. Yep. Make thy soul to bow down.
42.
Yep. 24.
Because we ain't gonna give these crackers too much credit, like they did everything. Isaiah 42.
Yep. And 24.
All right, Isaiah 42 and 24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord? He against whom we have sinned, for they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his laws. Therefore he has poured upon him the fury of his anger and the strength of battle, and it has set him on fire round about. Yet he know not, and it burned him, yet he lay it not to his mind. It say hard, but it's loud, meaning your mind. And that's true. And that's why people don't have a clue that they being undermined their whole life, generation to generation. We hit to set the record straight. For those of y'all who the elect, you got another one, Ecclesiastes 9:1.
9:1-4.
All right.
This is on the women.
Okay.
Them scriptures was on talking about the women and how the male. Yeah, right. Cause they say you're supposed to set the male versus the female.
Exactly.
The young woman versus the older woman.
Right. These are their traits.
Yep.
So we going through the traits and showing you how you counter those today, motherfucker. Ecclesiastic is 9:1. Be not jealous over thy wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself. What's the evil lesson? Teaching her about this goddamn world.
Yeah, that is
Micah 7:5. Gotcha. Give not thou soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. So you're supposed to be marrying these women under this American system, which giving them they foot upon your nigga's substance.
Yep. Because when they leave with half.
Yeah, the white man. It's called what you call that shit? She get alimony.
Yeah.
Child support. Meet not with a harlot, lest thou fall into her snare. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer. See that? Don't fuck with them bitches. Lest thou be taken with her attempts. Right, because she's Satan and she's sold out to Satan. Gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her, which is all her materialistic good and all the shit she bought, how good she look. Because now you finna be buying that shit.
That's it.
Give not thou soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thou inheritance. Fuck with no bitch, you know a hoe. Look not round.
That'll pull you off the fucking truth, man.
Yeah, because you always worried about, is she going to mess with somebody and shit? If you get arrested, what's going to happen? Is you going to have your spot when you in jail for 2 days? Look not round about thee in the street of the city, neither wander thou in the solitude places thereof. So don't be out looking for these hoes.
The Lord sends you the women, man. To be honest with you.
I ain't got no
somebody you can deal with, because you don't know who you can deal with while you in this truth and who going to be, straight.
Turn away thou eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, which you were just saying. And herewith love is kindled as a fire. And then last but least, because you Americans need this. You Israelite Americans, and I don't even say his name. Sit not at all. What's the brother's name that just committed adultery that said Sabak camp?
I forgot that nigga. I know you talking about, bro.
But this for you, I forgot your name. Sit not at all with another man's wife. This bitch sitting all in the back of the car getting dropped off at the airport.
Yeah.
Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thou arms. So don't embrace her when she come, and that's what he claimed.
Yeah.
Well, she came down because she got a problem with my husband. I was just here to get her soothing words. Remember he was saying that? Remember she said that on camera.
Yeah. That wasn't supposed to happen like that.
Right, because look, sit down with her in thou arms, and spend not thou money with her at the wine. Least thou heart.
Do it. Because the woman is Satan, man. The woman is a fucking demon.
Right.
And then when y'all both start drinking, she gonna entice you. And
right.
then
That's what was all set up. What the fuck you thought the drink was for anyway?
Right.
Least thou heart incline unto her, and